Hello and welcome to the video lecture introducing you to the NetBeans IDE. The NetBeans IDE is a free integrated development environment. As you can see up here in the upper corner, I am on the 8.0.1 version. Depending on when you see this video, it might be a different version. I'm sure it will be soon. When you start up NetBeans, it starts up with this start page. I usually leave this up and running. As you can see, this is supported by Oracle and Java. You can go in, you can take this tour, you can try a sample project, you can see what's new. I strongly suggest that if you're going to get involved, you get into the community corner, join a listserv, have them send you a daily digest just so you get some of the vernacular of what's going on in the community. So here we're starting off. It's a blank project. It's a blank screen. Don't even have any projects listed. You can go through the menu system on your own. It's a fairly typical, file, edit, view type of menu system. The three main buttons that we play with are the new file, the new project, and the open project. The difference between the new project and the open project would be a project you're already working on in NetBeans, and NetBeans is already aware of it, and we'll talk about that in just a second. So if I click this button to create a new project, which is probably where you're going to start, it gives you an option of what kind of project you're going to start, whether it be a Java type project, an HTML5, PHP, NetBeans. There's all sorts of samples down here if you wanted to get into seeing a sample of what a project would look like, so you're not starting off from scratch. We're going to start off from scratch here. We'll start off simple with an HTML5. We're going to say that it's an HTML5 application. If you have an existing HTML5 application, a website that you've been working on, you can use this option to tell NetBeans that it's going to start managing a project that you've already started. We're going to start off with an HTML5 application. There's no reason to put any filtering in at this point. I'm going to click Next. It's activating our HTML5. Notice down here that we've already found an update, so we don't even know what version we'll be on by the time we finish this little video. So it's going to start off with giving you a default project name. That's fine for now. It's going to let you know where the project location is going to be. So if this is a website, this is essentially going to be the root of your website. Obviously, you'd probably want to put this somewhere else, but for now I'm going to leave it in the Documents NetBeans project of my user. And currently I'm logged into a Windows 7 environment as a user, Mike. So I'm going to click Next. In here, you can pick site templates if you have one available. For now, we're not going to use a site template. We're going to click Next. We can include JavaScripting files if that's what we want to do. Right now, we're not including any JavaScripting files. We'll just do a very simple startup to a project. Click Finish. See a little menu saying that, little thermometer saying it's creating the menu. We get everything refreshed. And then here we see our HTML5 application, which is actually the name of it. This icon indicates that it's an HTML5 application. Here we're at the site root, and it has created an index HTML file for us and given us basically a fairly basic template. Here's our doc type. If you're somewhat familiar with HTML, in the newest version of HTML, HTML5, the doc type is a very simple tag element. We could put in license header information if we wanted, but here's really where the HTML starts. We've got a header section. Some users like to use the navigation window. So over here I've got the navigator. You can see that if you click on View, actually if you go to Windows, you can see that there's a navigator, there are favorites, there are files. You can play with these anytime you want. For now, I just click on the navigator, and you can see it actually is a navigator for this file. So if I click on title, if I double click on title, it brings me to the title element. If I go back to the navigator, I can bring it down here and have it. It's a little tricky, but I want it to appear down here at the bottom. So here you can put the navigator window down at the bottom. You can close your output window if you're not doing any output. Right now it gives you to-dos. So if you click on the to-dos, something like, my first HTML is fine. Something to put in the body. Right now this is a div tag or a div element. And we put something in there saying that this is my first HTML page. Something cute like that. And then there's all sorts of stuff we can get into with that. That's not what this video is about. This video is just to show you how to start off with the IDE, how to navigate around. You can see that by default Chrome is the NetBeans connector. So you can just click to run the project. This is the first time I'm doing this, so it asks me if NetBeans should have features blocked by the firewall. I'm just going to click to allow access on my home network. So if I click allow, it's looking for the Chrome installer. So we'll just go to Firefox, we'll run it there, and it'll open up Firefox, and here you go, that's where your title element appears, and this is the body of the HTML page. So that's basically how you would get into NetBeans, how to start using it, and how to create an index HTML page, and this would be the beginning of your website.